Let's call the meeting to order at 6:32. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call.
Trustee Masek?
Here.
Trustee Bluthart?
Here.
Trustee McNeil?
Here.
Trustee Martinez?
Here.
Trustee Pierce?
On the phone. You're
Trustee
present.
King? Present. Mayor Gardner?
Presence. All right, we have trustee Pierce online. Couple items on the mayoral report. Again, last week our concert and softball parade was canceled. The concert was moved to September 10th, which is a Thursday night. The parade is August 15th. There's an August of some point in time. So we'll update you on that. There was also the Mayor's Cup golf outing, which appreciate everybody that participated in that. And then this weekend is one of the big events in Antioch, which is the Antioch Lions Club Chicken Barbecue on Sunday at Williams Park. I believe it's from 11 to 6 roughly. Hope you can all make it to that. We have anyone for public comments?
Ainsley Wonderling?
Running. My name is Ainsley Wonderling. I live at 41413 North Strayer Drive, Antioch, Illinois, and I just have a few things to say before the meeting. And I'm going to read them. For more than 90 years, the corner of Orchard and Toff Streets has served as Antioch's Veterans Park. After a Civil War cannon replaced the brick standpipe water tower on its stone foundation in the mid-1930s, Antioch honored its veterans with an annual parade from the school, high school or grade school, to what became known as Village Veterans Memorial Park, or simply Veterans Park. And it is referred to by these names in the newspaper over the decades. The parade included men and women representing every branch of service and every war in which Antioch residents had served. Through 1937, participants included Antioch's last surviving Civil War veteran, Homer Stevens. Over the years, other pieces of military artillery replaced the original cannon. In 1994, a Vietnam-era tank was installed on the old platform at the corner of Orchard and Toff Streets. Lovingly restored within the past few years, it continues to honor those who have served. This is Antioch's Veterans Park, and it has been recognized as such by the village for more than 9 decades. We respectfully ask the board to consider not only its long history and tradition, but also the sentiments and wishes of the veterans and the communities by placing the new memorial at the site of this enduring legacy. Let us continue to honor our veterans, living and deceased, by expanding and enhancing this historic corner with a memorial worthy of its distinguished past. Thank you for your time.
You
guys probably here to speak. I want to ask.
Anybody else for public comments? Right, we'll do public comment again during the committee of the whole meeting. We have reports. We have the monthly treasurer's report. Tonight we're being presented by Senior Accountant Becky Kijek.
Good evening. In your packet was the June 2026 Treasurer's Report. A couple highlights for June 2026: total cash and investments ended at $63,769,891, an increase of $3,108,956 from the prior month. General fund ended in June with a balance of $5,949,704. Year-to-date revenues exceeded year-to-date expenditures, with total year-to-date revenues at $15,930,718 and total expenditures at $11,847,105. General fund revenues year-to-date are at 26.5% of the annual budget. Property tax collections are tracking strongly, received at 49.8% of the budget, largely due to the timing of the tax receipts. Commercial building permits are at 98.6% of the budget, indicating the strong early year activity in that category. Sales tax is up 3% from June of last year. The sales tax non-home rule occupational tax is new, so there's no prior comparison, but it's showing to track on to what Michael's projections were. Going into a summary of expenditures, police services is elevated due to a pension contribution of 1,249,382. The new Public Works building had significant activity with $1,060,027 spent during the month. Capital project spending was lower than June of 2025 due to the new Village Hall last year, a bill of 508,000. Most departments are remaining well under their annual budget. We're still early in the fiscal year and we will continue to monitor and report to you.
You have any questions? All right, all good news, thank you. On to the consent agenda. Is there any request to remove any of the items from the consent agenda? All right, then I will go through them, each of the 7 items quickly. The first is the approval of the July 8th meeting minutes. 2 is approval of the ordinance authorizing a memorandum of understanding between the village and District 117. 3 is the approval authorizing an IGA between the school district, District 34 in the village. 4 is approval of resolution authorizing and purchasing installation of equipment for speakers at the band shell. 5 is approval and ordinance amending the village code regarding developer cash contributions to the library. 6 is approval of an ordinance amending sections of the village code for impounding a vehicle and the fees they're applied there. 7 is approval of a resolution approving a professional service agreement with Verigy in the village of Antioch. Do I have a motion and a second to approve those 7? Motion, trustee Masek. Second, trustee waiving the second reading.
Yes, waiving second reading.
Yes. So motion trustee Masek waiving the second reading. Second trustee Peterson. Roll call, please.
Mason,
Yes.
Luther.
Yes.
McNeil. Yes. Martinez.
Yes.
Pierce,
No.
Peterson.
Yes.
5 voting yes, motion carries. Item number 8, regular business is consideration and approval of payments of accounts payable as prepared by staff in the amount of $3,443,355.75. Do I have a motion and a second? Motion trustee Masek,
Second.
second trustee McNeil. Any discussion on those items? All right, roll call, please.
Mason,
Yes.
Luther.
Yes.
McNeil. Yes. Martinez.
Yes.
Pierce,
No.
Peterson.
Yes.
5 voting yes, motion carries. Next item is number 9, consideration and approval of a resolution authorizing and approving HR Green for Phase 1 engineering of Tiffany Road. This was discussed last week at the quarterly meeting. Do I have a motion and a second? Motion trustee Masek, second trustee Peterson. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Is that Scott?
This is the Tiffany Road thing, correct?
Yeah, Tiffany Road for the engineering for culvert repair. Is that yeah?
And repair the redoing of Tiffany Road and expansion of the sidewalk, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Are we going to look at making sure the sidewalk is wide enough for bicycle traffic as a continuation of the trail coming out of the downtown area, and also having at some point there a crosswalk with a flashing light and for safe passage of pedestrians going across Tiffany Road? Is that
Yeah,
part of the plan?
Correct. Yes. Go ahead.
This includes the flashing beacon for the pedestrian flashing beacon that you referenced. And I think our standard sidewalk is at 4 feet, 4-foot sidewalk here that would be installing. So a 4-foot sidewalk would be installed with a rapid flashing beacon for the pedestrian crossing.
Okay, thank you.
Make a point of order. Why do we have a cow meeting?
Oh, it was on this. It was
I
on the.
understand. The question should have been asked prior to the meeting.
Sure. Okay,
You know what? I can ask the question whenever I want to.
Okay,
Trustee
okay,
Beckman.
okay.
Yeah,
All right,
ask it
okay.
before. Don't waste
All right.
people's time.
All right, roll call, please.
Mason,
Yes.
Luther.
Yes.
McNeil. Yes. Martinez.
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Peterson. Yes.
6 voting yes, motion carries. Next is consideration and approval of a resolution authorizing the village to undertake steps to evaluate and assess the alternate site for the memorial on the village of Antioch. Do I have a motion and a second?
moved.
Motion trustee Masek, second trustee Peterson. Anything on this? Yeah, go
Hey,
ahead.
just provide an update on where we're at. So we were originally requested to come back at this meeting date to just confirm that the third party funds have been secured for the feasibility study. So that in fact is the case. We've already started to receive the in-kind donations from HR Green for engineering services. So the land survey is already underway and the topography work is underway. They did begin to sketch out a 2D concept plan for us, but it's not a final design yet. Following tonight's consideration, if this is approved, we will then spend, I'll call the hard dollars to complete soil borings and ground penetrating radar. And we expect that to be done in a matter of a week or two, something like that. So what I would suggest is that if this gets approved, that in about 30 days, maybe it's 45, but somewhere in that quick time frame, 30, 45 days, we'd come back to the village board. We would have the final design at that point. And once we have the final design, we would know the estimated construction cost. And so if we come back in about 30 days with the design and the construction costs, then we'd be prepared to break ground or set a time to break ground thereafter.
We have to make a decision at that point if we're going to move it before we decide to break ground.
So I think that's what I would envision happens in about 30 days. We come back to the board, we put a resolution that authorizes the location and a groundbreaking with the understanding of there's a design and an estimated cost to go with it.
So, for clarification, I believe, what I'm understanding, the motion the second tonight is to continue that process on the due diligence part of it, knowing that the requisite funds are there. So that's right. Okay. All right. Any other questions or discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Mason,
Yes.
Luther,
No.
McNeil,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Pierce,
No.
Peterson,
Yes.
All right, for voting yes, motion carries. The next item is consideration and approval of a resolution authorizing the village to break ground on the Antioch Veterans Memorial project in the village of Antioch.
So this item was continued at our previous discussion to this date to come back in conjunction with the item we just discussed. So if we want to take action on this, we can. I mean,
I would think it makes sense for it to
I
continue.
think motion to table it to the
Yeah.
same meeting as.
okay, makes sense.
Yep, I agree.
And just if we could get clarification on the minutes or not minutes, on the agendas, because there's two different locations in discussion right now that we make sure, because that motion 11 was for the original site as it currently stands. People could read that in the agenda and not know which location we're talking about.
Okay, we'll make sure to add a parenthetical to identify the site.
All right, so we have a motion to continue this to piggyback with item number 10. Do I have a second in that regard? Second, trustee Martinez.
What are we doing with this one? We're gonna.
It's just gonna come with, it's gonna be right after.
We already said Toft.
We already said that we're
Okay.
continuing to do the due diligence because the
Right.
money was there. And then we got to come back when all that is done and approve the final site. So this is like continuing that process. And that's where he's saying 30 or 45 days.
I'd like to put a timeline on next meeting. If we get two weeks.
You're saying. in
So
2 weeks.
so for the Toft site, for the tank
Yeah.
site,
Offsite, yeah,
So-
because this has been going on for over 10 years.
we just want to make sure we can bring you a final design with a construction number. So we think that's about 30 days to get that done.
So in 2 meetings.
Correct.
Okay.
And so then we'd bring this Brook site back, both on the same agenda. I
Okay.
think that's the motion on the table.
What do you mean Brookside? That's still in the open?
It always has been. It always has been an alternative if it's found that the,
Right,
if it's a.
Warrant fails right
Yeah.
on.
Or if the board votes in favor of one or the other, you know.
I think we need to clarify this because what Mr. Trustee Mason is saying right now is not correct.
Okay,
The
declare.
site, the site, the only site that this village board has approved was the site as it currently stands across from Secoy Creek Park. It was then brought up at the meeting over a month ago to study and look at the site by the tank, which is what this meeting was a follow-up on. They give them time to provide the resources to pay for the study. Then they were gonna get 60 to 90 days is what was discussed at the last two meetings ago, to then design it and come up with a cost structure. there has been no vote to move this or change the location or anything at this point. It was just a matter of allowing them to study it and then bringing it brought back to the board so that we can have a discussion at a cow about which location, the pros and cons of each one. And then the board can decide at that point, again, which location to have it at. And then it's going to be a matter of, is the money available at that time to build it? You know, we don't know what it's going to cost to build it at the tank. It might be the same, it might be more. So we have to figure out what that cost is, and the board's going to have to decide at that time how to move forward. Am I misstating anything? I mean,
Yeah,
I think
because
that's-
I just went.
I'm gonna let the village attorney clarify or I'll clarify.
Yeah. Sorry.
What we just voted on is that we will continue the due diligence because the money is available. So a month ago, I said, if there's no money to do this in 30 days, the top street is dead.
Study.
The study,
Not the money
not
to
to,
build.
not to say
The
it's a
study.
go.
All right.
Now, we have to have engineering, which just started. We have to talk to Josh Bowler and all the vendors to find out when, how, and how much it's going to cost. And that's what we need to come back with in 30 days to thumbs up or thumbs down that, assuming that's all done. At that point, if the board votes we're not moving forward with Toft, then we would vote to continue to break down on the site that's already previously been approved, which is the one across from the park. Is that correct?
Yeah,
The way I
that's-
understand it.
That's the way, that's correct, yeah.
Just from a procedural standpoint, Mr. Chair, I just want to make sure that we do not, in a motion to table, we don't really, these were clarifying questions from the two trustees,
Sure, sure.
very fair and reasonable, but we don't debate motions to table. The two questions from the trustees, very fair, very reasonable, clarification on the motion, always appropriate, but we really don't debate motions to table. And I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Okay. All right, so it's really just status quo and they're continuing to do the due diligences, the votes.
Yep.
So,
Come back.
so I do have a motion to table it. I don't think I have a second yet. Second, trustee Martinez. All right, clerk?
Mason,
No.
Luther,
Yes.
McNeil. Yes. Martinez,
Yes.
Pierce,
No.
Peterson,
We're voting yes, motion carries. We will put those on what are the dates of the meetings?
So is it 30 to 45 days? Because we're going to shoot for that second meeting. What are we in July? Second meeting in August. But if there's one report outstanding and it needs to be pushed, we will. We just want to make sure we can bring you a firm number.
So this will be on the agenda August 26th.
Yeah, that's the target.
For the record, yeah, okay, we'll deal with that later. Administrators reports.
Nothing to report, Your Honor.
Village clerk.
you have a report.
Wow.
The HR generalist has coordinated a blood drive for staff in the community. It's going to be in our parking lot here tomorrow from 11:30 to 4 p.m. and walk-ins are welcome. You just need a photo ID.
Nope. Any trustee reports?
Unless you want to vote, then you don't need to.
Yeah, I just got a request.
Sure.
So we talked about in, I think it was the capital planning meeting, 300 new homes coming to Antioch. I would like to see putting an ordinance together, and I understand where we're at with the police department, but we've got the same number of officers assigned 10 years ago, same number. We don't increase that. I'd like to see an ordinance by population that automatically makes the board budget for another officer by population. Whatever that number is.
Sure. I'll let the administrator and the attorney.
Yeah, we
talk
might,
about that.
we might need to bring a study,
Whatever
around
that
that, but we
number
can,
is,
we can
I
look
think-
into that.
I think we gotta look.
The
at even though
methodology.
They're hard to hire. I think we gotta do our due diligence.
We have any other
Your
trustee
Honor?
reports? Yep,
Your
trustee
Honor?
Luther, I'm coming around. Yep.
Not
I'll
necessarily.
get Scott.
I'm sorry, Scott.
No, go ahead.
Not necessarily a report, just a question for the clerk, actually. I received an email the other day and I just wanted to verify. Is it true that petition packets for village elections next April start next Tuesday? And no?
That's for, I believe that's for the primary election. I'd have to
Okay.
look at the candidates guide. The circulation period for the consolidated election begins in August with a filing period in November. And there will be press releases coming out of our office when those dates are determined. Is that right, Attorney?
Yeah, obviously we won't delve deep into the petition gathering process, but that's correct.
Yeah, because mine said, the email I got said July 28th was the start of, for circulation.
Primary.
That's if there's a primary?
Primary, yeah.
Okay.
Trustee Pierce.
I just want to make sure I have permission to talk first.
Yeah, that's why I recognize you. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to mention about Oakwood Knolls and the streets that were done in Oakwood Knolls and off of, I think off of Drum Court and probably in a couple of other areas of town. I was highly impressed that this year they ground the roads down and then they paved them and had the pavement part done within like 2 weeks or a week. It was like a very smooth, quick process. Whereas before in the past, we've waited months sometimes for them to, after they've ground down a road, to then pave the road. So I just wanted to say kudos to whoever coordinated that. I know we're still waiting for gravel to be laid, but um, the timing was highly appreciated.
Thank you, Public Works. Any other trustee reports? All right, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion trustee Bluthart.
Second.
Second trustee McNeil. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we are adjourned at 6:54. Is there any issue with moving forward, even though it's posted at 7 o'clock? Yeah. Okay. Well,
Immediately following. Do we have 7 on it?
No, it's-
In the hall?
okay.
Yeah, it just says immediately following, yeah.
Okay, well, we go.
We're good.
Yeah, right, oh.
All right, we're gonna call the committee of the whole meeting to order. So roll call. We're gonna call it at 6:54.
Trustee Masek?
Here.
Trustee Bluthart?
Here.
Trustee McNeil?
Here.
Trustee Martinez?
Here.
Trustee Pierce?
Present.
Trustee Peterson? Mayor Gardner?
Present. No mayoral report, although I do know that I will be absent at the August 12th meeting, so
Not 26.
not 26th. I could switch it. And also, if there are individuals going to IML, I believe, just let Rachel or the clerk know, because I think those registrations are coming up. I believe it's the September 17th or 19th or somewhere in that range. All right, do we have any other public comment? Public comment, sir? Just come up and state your name for the record and the topic, and it's a 3-minute. You got 3 minutes. Okay, go for it. Sure.
Well, good evening, Mayor and respected trustees. I won't take much of your time, but we were here during the meeting last May, which is about 3 months ago, and you were presenting I think the streamlining of the ordinances for the liquor licenses at that time. And we appreciated that that's something that's important for the community. We wanted to come back because since last year, we have a couple of requests for licenses, which is the pouring license as well as the gaming license pending. And we've done a follow-up with the village. What we are respectfully requesting is some guidance and direction from yourselves in terms of a determination whether this is going to happen or not, or give us some guidance on that. So that's what we are kindly requesting, that yourselves let us know in which direction we should go with that. We believe that there is an opportunity for us in terms of business and extending the business. So we would just like to request any additional steps we need to take or some clarity on those applications. And that's why we are here.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can he confirm what location he's talking about?
Yes, I should have. I failed to mention. I'm sorry. It's from Shop and Save Liquor at Route 173 and 59.
Which is part of the vape store over there.
I'm sorry.
Which is part of the vape store over there.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
So what we'll do is I'll have the administrator and the clerk do something for me for committee of the whole meeting. One of the August dates, if it's up for discussion, I'll have the administrator work with
Yeah, we've been talking, we have everything we need from you at this point. We've been meeting to talk about it. We actually are gonna talk about it further tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to you before the end of the week with next steps.
Excellent. Well, that's all we are requesting.
We deny him last time?
No, we
No.
never, there's
We never
never been
voted
there's
on it,
never
right?
been one pending
That-
officially.
The trustees had some questions which we responded in the affirmative. I think there were some concerns which were, I believe, mitigated when we met with yourselves 3 months ago. So that's why we were.
No, only reason I said it, there's a time limit when, if you got denied, then you have to wait so many.
No, I don't.
So I just wanted to make sure.
No.
No action's been taken yet, but we'll get back to you before the end of the week on next
Appreciate it.
steps in our position.
Thank you all for your time.
Thank you. All right, thank you. We have regular business is the approval of the July 28, 2026 committee of the whole meeting minutes. Do I have a motion and a second? Motion trustee Bluthart, second trustee Peterson. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
McNeil?
Yes.
Martinez?
Yes.
Pierce?
Abstain.
Peterson?
Yes.
5 voting yes, motion carries. Last item is discussion regarding the Antioch Theater liquor license request. Mr. Sheedy is here to present this request if there's questions, so the floor is yours.
Mayor, Board of Trustees, we had submitted a request to the village after reviewing the current liquor licenses. A request for an additional class that would suit the theater and live, movie and live theater a little bit more appropriately. Currently, the closest class that would work for us would be the club theater, which I believe P&L is operating under. But we are not a nonprofit, so we don't fall into that category. So we're asking for a similar category or class be added that would be appropriate for the movie theater.
I
Sorry.
can just
Go
add
ahead,
to
yes.
that a little bit. So just to clarify, your request is for sealed cans only, right?
Correct. It would be closed container service. We're not doing any open pour or anything like that. So just sealed containers.
Staff can confirm that there is no current classification that exists. So if the village board wanted to further entertain this, then we would work with our attorney to bring back draft language for what that new classification would look like and how it would work for a movie theater or a live theater. That's not a not-for-profit.
You gotta take in consideration PML is a separate bar location. They're tight on room in the front.
Here.
At the theater, yeah. So you gotta take that in consideration if you're gonna compare it to PML. They got a separate bar. They got the concession stands.
Theater at PMNL, or is it only
I
outside?
think, no, you can bring one into the PMNL and drink, but you gotta buy it an outside bar, then you can, they got the drinking room and then you can go back with your seat with a glass of wine.
Okay, so we will have the attorneys in the village work on looking at examples. I'm sure they're around.
Yeah, thank you. And then just for clarification, we are not seeking any gaming now or in the future either.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other business? All right, I have no requests for executive session, so in the way these village board meetings should run, I ask for a motion adjourned at 7:01 PM. Motion trustee Bluthart. Second trustee Peterson. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, meeting's adjourned to 7:01. Have a good evening.